Hello everyone, another episode from Crusader Kings 3, and today we are going to start with a quote by Winston Churchill, and surprisingly, that quote is very universal. Maybe it's not very surprisingly because it's the quote from the 20th century, so it was formed based on multiple historical events, multiple people probably saying that in the past, so it's not very surprising, I've just realized. Either way, this is a great quote. I truly love it. And please listen to that. Battles are won by slaughter and maneuver. The greater the general, the more he contributes in maneuver, the less he demands in slaughter. What's surprising about that quote is that it has been said by Winston Churchill. Or at least, I wrote it down and marked it as the quote by Winston Churchill. Maybe someone else said something very similar, and I'm pretty sure someone said that before. But I found that quote, well, I guess, not entirely sure, but I believe that it could be from the book called The Art of Maneuver by Robert Leonhardt, which, by the way, is truly awesome book. I highly recommend it. Please, if you have a chance, grab that book, buy it, the paperback version, read it. It's probably one of the best books I've read, at least regarding tactics and the operational art. Strategy, I always say that's something different. It's above operational and tactical level. Operational and tactical level goes down to warfare itself, to fighting, and of course to the logistics, right? But strategy is something more. It has much greater scope than the operational and tactical perspective. And if you are really into tactical world, into fighting, warfare, military affairs, you may really like that book, because I liked it a lot. And I think I'm gonna reread it soon. I've read that book that year, this year, beginning of this year. I'm not entirely sure, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna reread it. Okay, so let's jump back. There's a lot of going on, and I know that I made the first mistake by conquering Leinster. Is it Earldom of Leinster, because I'm gonna lose it to Earldom of Dublin and Mr. Earl Murchard Mac Diarmait of Dublin. Yeah, that was a mistake. With my army, which is fully supplied, no attrition, I have a chance to actually conquer that land. Because as far as I know, they don't have any forces available, which is awesome. I could also try land once again here, but I'm truly worried that I'm not gonna fight with that army. They have 1.3k levies, we have 5 knights, 200 heavy infantry, 100 archers, and 369 skirmishers. My side, it's 400 skirmishers, 5 knights. No chance we can win it. We would need to combine forces with first army of Bedford. What if we send that army over here? The problem is that we cannot probably land here. But if we could combine our forces, we would have some chances. That's a great question. Also, we can land here and start conquering that land. My main question is it going to affect war score? Great question. I don't know. Because that's a Noob tutorial series, I'm gonna grab my army and I'm gonna perform an amphibious assault. Actually, that's gonna be a through land. I think there is no penalty for trespassing, which is fine. So we are going to Galloway. Is it fort? No, wait a second. There is a castle level 3. No, fort level 3. Okay. Here we have level 4. And there is a city. Alright. Let's see whether we can conquer Galloway. Also, we have Barn of Eel. Isn't that a capital? Technically, it might be a capital. Castle holding. Where we can find it. Holder, that gentleman. Maybe that's the better target. Level 4 though. Let's see. It's a bold move. Okay, let's give it a try. I'm trying to learn something. Also, we have... Oh! Yeah, sound is screwing again. I just don't know why it's that. But certainly something is happening with the sound. Alright, we have advanced culture and advanced faiths and religions. That's not something I'm really interested now. My powerful vassal, Donchet. That's the guy of House Chinsalig. That's Leinster. Yeah. Oh. The game is working, but the sound doesn't work. I mean the music. Interesting. Let me go to options. Where are the options? Settings. Audio. I'm gonna decrease it down to 30. Okay. Yeah, there is no sound now. I mean, music. No, it's something wrong with the sound. I don't get it. Alliance invalid? Why is that? You no longer have an alliance. What's the reason? What's the reason behind it? Ah. She's not allied to me. Okay, it's misleading. It says she's still allied to me because she's the wife of my son. But here we have alliance invalid. You no longer have an alliance with her because she's no longer a ruler. She's no longer a ruler. Oh no. Earl Edmund Harold, son of Dorset. Who was that? Children? Okay. I'm gonna disband my army then. Yeah, there's no need to keep them. Yeah, okay, our plan didn't work. Alright. Trying to befriend that guy. So that's it about war. Okay, wow. Holy shit. Did England has that land before? Or they just conquer it right now? My goodness, if that's true. I haven't noticed it. Well, Maine belongs to them, and I think Maine belonged to them before. I haven't noticed. No, wait a second. No. I think they conquered it. Or that was because of the heritage? I don't know. Something has happened. Okay, King William the Conqueror of England. Oh yeah, he's from the House Normandy. That's why he won the war. Huh. Truly won the war. And it's still war ongoing. So there's a King William the Conqueror of England in the Mercian War for Countess Margaret's claim on the Earldom of Buckingham. There's another war. King Malcolm III, the Big-Headed of Scotland in the Northumbrian, the Euro War for the Earldom of Cumberland. Oh my god, what's going on here? Duchy of Mercia and whoever it is, Earldom of Ulster. And defenders killing Malcolm III, the Big-Head. Oh, they are attacking. They are attacking Scots. And they are losing. No, who's winning? Total war score. I never know who is winning. No, I believe that they are losing, right? Okay, I'm gonna close it. Let me open that tab. So wait a second, you are defending against King Harald IV, Hard ruler of Norway. And you are defending against Duke Edwin Elfgerson of Mercia in the Mercian War for Countess Margaret's claim on Earldom of Buckingham. Alright. That's complicated. Okay, yeah, well. So, that gentleman took land of our pretty lady, right? But she's still alive. Let's go here. Yeah, she's still alive. But she doesn't possess any land now. Is that correct? She has claims on Buckinghamshire, Earldom of Hertfordshire, and Bedford. Whatever. It's not gonna change much, I believe. Okay, so we have pretty solid income. Or at least I think that's solid. We are increasing control. I've heard it doesn't make much sense to increase control, which is quite surprising to me, but fair enough. And now we could also think about conquering some additional land. I'm thinking about conquering his land. He could technically accept vassalage. His base reluctance is -10. If we could sway him, somehow improve relations, even if we can befriend him, maybe he would become our vassal. What about you, buddy? Your opinion of me is slightly lower. Also, that's gonna harder to sway you, and also, well, befriending is very easy. You have one title and one claim, or you have claim on Kingdom of Ireland. What about you, my friend? You have only a single title, Earldom of Ossory. Yeah, so technically I could simply vassalize you, or even conquer. But you are a skilled tactician, it would be so nice to have you in my court. Definitely 18 martial arts. Which is excellent. What about you? You are a great lecturer, I guess. Insightful thinker. And you have a single claim on the Kingdom of Ireland. What about you? You don't have claim on the Kingdom of Ireland. You have only claim on Leinster, which is fine. And then we also have that gentleman. And he truly doesn't like us. His opinion on me? Fabricated claim. Oh, yeah. 818 soldiers. Let's see. Let's see how that's gonna play out. Also, I could think about building something while I'm just sitting and doing nothing. So here we have Fomond. Do I build anything here? I'm pretty sure I clicked on something last time. Okay, level 2 of trade port in Innis. Have I selected anything? No. Here we don't have anything. Okay, here as well. So basically it's Fomond. Here it's empty. What about here? Simple postures. Construct homesteads. Homesteads house peasants, farmers who grew grain and keep animals for their own use. Gonna increase tax, supply limit, levy size. No, levies. That's gonna increase levies though. And also we have barony of... How is it called? Where I can find the name? Vedra Fjord. It's very Norway-ish name. Also we can construct homesteads or we can expand bailies, which would increase garrison, also taxes, pretty solidly. Station heavy cavalry damage, station heavy cavalry toughness and supply limit. For sure it would be nice to increase that garrison and get additional taxes. But also we have empty slots. Oh, what about here? Here we are investing in pit quarries, which will increase taxes. Do we have any building which could increase, I don't know, development? Oh yeah, trade port. I cannot invest in that because already one building is under construction. So what about here? Here I could afford it. Awesome. So let's do that in Innis? Yep, that's Innis. Okay. And now I'm gonna read about culture. Want to learn more about cultures? Yes, please. Every character in county belongs to a culture. Your current ruler is part of the Irish culture, which shown in the bottom left. To continue, open the culture view, highlight it where it is. Oh, it's here. Okay. I'm just looking. Current fascination, battlements. As the Irish culture ahead, you can change the fascination. Wow. A culture is defined by its ethos, cultural pillars, and traditions. Each determines various benefits or penalties to all members of the culture. The ethos describes the core values of a culture. It is the main determiner of what traditions are available to a culture. The ethos of your culture, the Irish, is ceremonious, which gives 10% prestige, which seems to be quite a lot. Title creation cost -15%. I don't know whether I need it. House opinion +5 and minority vassal opinion, different culture -10. Ceremony of court life is so integral to this culture that it forms a core part of people's social behavior, a place for everyone and everyone in their place. Alright. What are the cultures? Sorry, this is ethos. Okay, so that's ethos. Here we have traditions. Okay. Cultural pillars reflect the origins of a culture and also cannot be changed. They have a strong impact on the cultural acceptance of other cultures, but otherwise are of lesser importance than the ethos. Cultural pillars. Those are cultural pillars. Okay, so that's ethos. Here we have cultural pillars. Here we have traditions. Cultural pillars. Pillars are unchangeable qualities that reflect the origins of a culture. There are 5 distinct cultural pillars: ethos, heritage, language, martial custom, and aesthetics. So you have Goidelic, which gives me culture acceptance baseline with culture sharing this heritage, plus 20. Each heritage defines a common origin for related cultures, customs, and mannerisms, either as something they descend from or have wholesale adopted. You have also Goidelic language, your native language, plus 10 cultural acceptance baseline with culture sharing this language. Fair enough. And Irish aesthetics. Naming practices: Irish, architecture continental European, fashion Northern European, coat of arms Irish, and military equipment continental European. Cool, there's also military equipment. Awesome. Wait a second. The culture's dominant language includes a broad selection of dialects, vernaculars, creoles, and related minor tongues, which are often tough, not necessarily mutually intelligible or easier to learn. Believe me, learning Polish is the hardest thing you can imagine. Truly. Truly believe me. I may guess that maybe Chinese is harder, but Polish language is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous. Sorry, I took a sip of coffee, which is tasty. Okay. Traditions. We have pastoralists. The cattle pastures line of buildings have additional bonuses in counties of this culture. The construction of Coops buildings unlocks the first 4 tiers of manor houses line of buildings. Wow, oh my god, that game is so complex. There's so many info again. Seems like Victoria 3 is easier now. All Irish characters, pros +1. Disease resistance health, small boost. This culture is at home in wide and open terrain where they herd large groups of animals. Refined poetry. The poet trait has additional bonuses. The poet trait is more common. Characters of this culture perform better when appointed to the court position. Poetry is considered a noble art in this culture, and many spend their time piecing words together with meaning and thought. Awesome. Maritime mercantilism. The trade port line of buildings can be constructed one era early, which is, I believe, cool. Coastal holdings in counties of this culture provide an additional plus 10% tax, which is, yeah, that's awesome. The avaricious trade provides additional bonuses. Avaricious? What's the avaricious? Stewardship +2 and holding tax plus 15%. All Irish characters see danger -25 and Republic vassal opinion +10. The world may be ruled by armies, but this culture knows that it is truly controlled by whoever dominates the flow of gold across the seas. Yep. US Navy. That's right. There's only one god, which is called Poseidon. And there is only one group of people who truly worship that god. And they are called US Navy. This is not a joke. They really say that. Monastic communities. What is it? The temperate trait is more common. The temperate trait have additional bonuses. Temperate. Stewardship +2. Health small boost. Courtly vassal opinion. Blah blah blah. Virtues to Catholics. Catholic opinion. Wow, my god. Okay, there is a lot of stuff going on. So we have cultural pillars reflect the origins of a culture and also cannot be changed. Okay, they cannot be changed. Fair enough. They have a strong impact on the cultural acceptance of other cultures, but otherwise are of lesser importance than the ethos. The traditions of a culture are more flexible. Okay, those are cultural pillars, and here we have traditions, fair enough. The traditions of a culture are more flexible, but can still be incredibly important to a culture. Unlike the ethos and pillars, traditions can be changed by the culture head, which is our next topic. Wow. The culture head is the ruler of a culture with the largest realm. You are the culture head of your culture. The culture head can establish new traditions for their culture. They also play an important part in the technological and societal development of their culture, which we'll look at now. Your culture determines which innovations you have access to, showing the Innovations tab. Early Medieval, boom. Tribal, Early Medieval, High Medieval, Late Medieval. Innovations are the inventions and adaptations a culture can discover over time. Innovations give new bonuses, buildings, and men-at-arms for all members of the culture. Innovations are grouped into eras, so most innovations are simply not available in the early parts of the game. Your culture is currently in the early medieval era. I understand. So you have military, civic, and cultural and regional. And what we have here? Your battlements. Okay. Mangonels, household soldiers, arch saddle, horseshoes, burghs. Gonna increase levy size. Scatter across the countryside, burghs are important fortified settlements we can use both to muster troops and to serve as administrative centers. Okay, innovations are usually discovered very slowly. However, the culture head can also make a culture discover an innovation faster by choosing it as the culture's fascination. When you are the culture head, you can click on an innovation to set it as the new fascination. Cultures also discover innovations faster if they are already discovered by neighboring cultures. Okay. So it's like sharing the technology, right? Okay, those are already discovered. What about Arched Saddle? Can recruit armored horsemen as men-at-arms. Ooh. Expected to be discovered in about 388 years. Haha! Good luck. Good luck, buddy. Oh god, we have battlements. Unlocks all early medieval era fortification buildings. Unlocks the fortification rights granted vassal contract. Men-at-arms maintenance minus 5%. Wow. Huge. Horseshoes. Army movement speed plus 10%. Nice, but I don't know whether it's necessary though. And then we have civic. Hereditary rule. What is it? Can enact the partition law. What does it mean? All children inherit equally. Oh! Upon succession, all titles held by the late ruler will be divided amongst their eligible children, with the player heir always being given the primary title, realm capital, and any direct de jure titles associated with it. Younger children will be given titles starting with those of the same rank as the primary title. If none are available, they will be given lower ranking titles. Your player heir cannot be preemptively granted titles they do not stand to inherit. My god. Why it's so complicated? Come on. Communal government. Counties now reach the maximum existing development penalty at 35 development. Alright. Royal prerogative. Can enact the high crown of 40. Can enact the absolute crown of 40. What does it mean? Vassal tax contribution. Vassal levy contribution. Rulers can change between all available succession laws. Vassals cannot wage war against other vassals unless they use a hook on their leash. Vassals' titles cannot be inherited by characters outside the realm. All vassals who refuse title revocation or vassal retraction are considered criminals. Well, this is actually pretty solid. And the absolute crown of 40? Well, that's even better. That would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. As our royalty has a greater burden placed upon them by the responsibility to govern the realm, so too shall they be bestowed with privileges reserved exclusively for them. Actually, I would like to discover it. Chronicle writing can press several of your claims in a single war. Castle's belly prestige cost minus 10%. This is also pretty solid. And coinage. Unlocks the coinage rights granted vassal contract. Development growth plus 10%. Oh. Also pretty solid. I don't know, honestly. So we have some innovations here. Okay, they are all already developed, researched. Why they are grayed out? Culture and regional. The Irish culture is not present in Iberia, in Arabia, in Western Germany. Yeah, okay. Look at that name. Stammesherzogtum? Wow. I've been trying, sorry guys. I'm very sorry for all Germans now. Okay, so I'm either going for coinage, which is going to give me development. Now let's see whether it makes sense. Development is a measure of the local infrastructure and technological advancement in a county. Higher development increases the levies, tax, and supply limit gained from a county. Sounds pretty cool, that coinage. I'm not gonna lie. Coinage rights granted. Liege, development growth minus 2% development growth in realm capital. The vassal is granted the right to mint and use new coins, bolstering their development at the expense of that of their liege. Oh, maybe not great. Not that great. So either royal prerogative. I don't know. Battlements. I don't think I need it. Men-at-arms maintenance. It's gonna. Actually, it's not bad. But at the same time, I don't know whether I need them so much. That royal prerogative can enact the High Crown Authority is pretty cool. Or maybe that. I don't know, I will go for royal prerogative now. Question is, I'm not a king. Average development of Irish counties, best chance, fascination. 69 years, this is ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. What if I switch to coinage? 70s, chronicle writing, 70 years, wow. And battlements, 26 years. Exposure? Shares religion with the Pomeranians? Okay, maybe I'm gonna stick to that. Since that's the easiest one to develop. Gonna stick to it, yeah. Fascination, learning. Oh my god, my learning is only 2? That's why it's so slow, right? What do we have, by the way, in High Medieval? Hoardings, Trebuchet, Men-at-Arms, Castle Baileys, Knighthood, Advanced Bowmaking. Wow, this is cool. This is really cool. Hobbies. Oh. Ostsiedlung. Mladi. This is really, really nice. High Medieval. And then we have Late Medieval. What do we have here? Bombards. Standing armies. Let's go. Plate armor. Sappers Royal Armory. That's what I want. Yeah, I have 26 minutes and I haven't done anything. Just reading stuff. Cool. Okay, your realm will lose land. I know. You could declare wars. You have 1 or more castles bellies. Athlon? Where is that Athlon? Oh, it's here. Connacht and Dublin. I can do that. Forced vassalization? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, why not? He has allies though. Military strength. Oh, he sucks, so I guess he's not going to help him. Refused alliance. You don't like it, right? Well, actually, I could... Oh. No, I want to do that later. I don't know whether I want to force him to be vassalized. Technically, I could. But that guy is going to die soon. Petty King Ad Mac Tact of Connacht. My claim. Claim on a title. Claim on a title. This is pretty cool. Just wondering for how long I'm gonna have that title, that claim. Also, there is some limit, right, on how many I can recognize ruler. No, where is it? Oh, here we have it. Domains. I have 3 castles. Yep. I'm still not sure how can I manage it, so I'm gonna just unpause the game and see what will happen. Okay, some information. Pay ransom. Okay, you want to pay 10 to you. If I... if I free up that guy. Greetings, my benevolent liege. He is dear to you. Right. Okay, would you let him go in return for this offer? Alright, buddy. I'm gonna accept it for 10 gold. Awesome. What a deal. Okay. And now, can I... okay, it's decreasing. It's only -2, it was -10, I guess. Befriend the estate. Scheme successful. After long thinking, I finally decided to invite Earl Murchett to come on a tour of one of my estates in Tralee. The visit turned out to be an even better idea than I expected. Not only did Earl Murchett offer unexpected insight into the matters of the estate, but he also kept my mood bright the entire time. He's not only my nephew, but my friend. The trip was worth the effort. Ends your scheme. You and Earl Murchett become friends. Awesome. Okay. What about vassalization? He's not going to accept it. It sucks. Why is that? How much I need? It's -17 still. What if I change to low? He will accept it. Alright. Oh. It's good to know. What about you? Normal feudal you will not accept. You will accept... almost. What about you? Let me take a look. Offer vassalage, low feudal. Not gonna work as well. Okay. I think I'm gonna conquer you then. Unfortunately, I don't have a claim on it. Right? I can only force vassalization. What if all of your family dies? Okay. You have some children as well, which makes everything more problematic, but you don't have any claims. You have only claims on your own land, so actually forcing you to vassalize, that kind of makes some sense. Well, that's the same story about you, buddy. Okay. I think I'm gonna raise my armies and declare war on him. You can vassalize? Yes, I can, I know. Is it going to solve my problems? What if I go for low feudal now? And later we are going to change that, right? This is not a big deal. He's my nephew, by the way. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna offer that vassalage. Let's see whether that's gonna work out. Oh, also I can get another knight. I guess I will ask for Trengus, because he's really solid. 16 pros, and he also kinda likes me. Cultural acceptance, yeah, that's the problem. I'm gonna recruit you to court. I'm gonna pay you 40. You will gain opinion of me. Also, technically, if I recruit you, your opinion will also increase, so... But he's Norwegian, though. You are both almost 40. Well, you are 40, you are 38. You are slightly better. You have irrational opportunist. Okay. This character is somewhat irrational and is more likely to perform tyrannical actions. He's also very bold. That's what I need. What about you, Trengus? You are Vindicative Zealot. Oh my god, let me open that. Is very zealous and will significantly more often join defensively. Okay. This character is very vengeful and is extremely driven to go after rivals or cheating spouses, join as agents against those that have slighted them, request excommunication, punish criminals, and are much less likely to forgive slight or transgressions. Gonna take a look at you. 8, 14, 6, 1, 11. You have 19 here, but you are... Looks like you are a bit more stupid. What you have here? Rough terrain expert. Oh, you might be a great commander. Brilliant strategist. Shy. Okay. Fickle. And brave. And what you have? Poet. Monthly prestige. Stress loss, forced fighter. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. Brilliant strategist, ambitious, zealous, and vengeful. These are not great traits. I think you might be slightly better. Likelihood of dying in battle plus 100%. Okay. Doesn't sound great. Zealot vassal opinion of zealots, blah blah blah. Faith conversion cost, opinion of different faiths. Monthly PT, martial. Oh. You are both really solid, guys. You are both really solid. But honestly, I think you might be slightly better option now. Okay, your PT is minus 19 though, which is not great. What about you? And you are getting it. Obese, this character suffers from lack of energy, joint pain, and shortness of breath. Health, moderate penalty. Oh! That's a serious problem, buddy. That's a serious problem. Okay, I'm gonna take you, Fasty. Recruit to court, I'm gonna pay you 25. Welcome in my court, buddy. I'm glad you are my knight. I have 5, 6. How can I assign someone to be a knight? Just like that. And send you gift. Imprison, murder, grant titles. Earldom of Ennis, Desmond. No, I'm not gonna grant you any title. Oh my god, let me go back to those knights. I would like to force you, but there is a chance you will die. And you are pretty solid. Can I assign you as a knight? I just don't get why I cannot do that. Ask to take woes. No. Murder, imprison. What we have here? Befriend. Sway. Send gift. Find spouse. Arrange marriage. I don't know. I just don't understand how it works. I can only allow people to be knights. Maybe I should forbid someone so we avoid his dying. Your cousin and my spy master. Mal Isu, you're my knight, and you are just knight, okay? He's my counselor, vassal, and knight. Maybe I should forbid you of being my knight. Oh, you have one child only, and his opinion of me is also not very great. What will happen if my vassal dies, and he doesn't have any children, so he cannot pass that vassalage down the line? What will happen? Who is gonna take it? Is his wife going to become my vassal? This is a great question. Okay, you're my guest. How can I assign someone as a knight? Knights can be known by different names depending on culture. Okay, during battles, knights, blah blah blah. I just don't know how can I assign someone as a knight. I can invite knights, but no, it's not gonna work. He's my courtier. Courtiers can serve as councillors, court positions, serve in armies as commanders or knights, become the ruler's vassals if granted the title. Let the ruler press the claims in war. What if I force you? Oh, just by clicking force you become my knight. Oh, how cool it is. Are you alright being my knight? You don't like it. Cultural acceptance is a problem. Not a big deal. I think we can live with that. Alright. And also create men-at-arms regiment, armored footmen. Yeah. Would be nice. Light horsemen. Well, yeah, making my army more mobile. Absolutely. Adding bowmen would also make a lot of sense. We would need to increase our firepower. What do we have here? We have only light footmen. We don't have any archers available. Correct? Think so. That would be useful to have them for the upcoming wars. Okay, so what else we could do? I can declare wars. It's correct, and family members can get married. It's not a big deal now. But technically finding spouses for other children, that makes also sense because we are increasing the family size, and that decreases the risk of losing the game, basically. I guess so. I'm not a huge fan of that, like being focused primarily on dynasty and all of those character interactions. It's more like RPG game, but still the setting is so nice, so appealing that I just want to play that game, and I want to know more about it. Also, there's so many different factions you can try. Look at that. It's absolutely immense. Let's go, for example, here. We could start as Kingdom of Heaven, if we wish so. We have 1069. If we select the start date of 11 something, we can play as Kingdom of Heaven and King... How was it called? Oh, Lord. I forgot his name. Something on B? I just don't remember. I watched Kingdom of Heaven director's cut, and by the way, this is much greater movie than just a cinema version. Please find director's cut. It's on Apple TV or on YouTube as well, and watch it. It's so good. It's so much better. I mean, I loved that movie before, but when I watched the director's cut, I was like, oh my god, that's a new movie for me. I love it. I simply love it. So, yeah, highly recommend it. And unfortunately, I forgot the name of the king, which sucks. I would love to play Prussia, by the way. I don't know, there is something interesting about that. Creating Teutonic Order, or Germany in general, Prussia in general. Yeah, it's very appealing to me. Fighting against Poles, even more. And here we have Livonia, also interesting option to play, but there's too many Russians to the south. Also, someone is fighting here heavily. Wow. That's a total mayhem over there. Alright, I have 41 minutes. I think I'm gonna record one more episode from that game. Because I really like it. And I have a few more Victoria 3 already recorded, so... yeah, everything is in advance. Either way, I hope you like it, and hopefully see you in the next episode. I'm gonna recall the quote from the beginning now. A quote by Winston Churchill. Great quote. And the quote is, "Battles are won by slaughter and maneuver. The greater the general, the more he contributes in maneuver, the less he demands in slaughter." With that being said, once again thank you, and see you next time. Goodbye.